How to make a disrespectful person look insecure. Without saying a word, disrespect is never a display of strength. It is a confession of insecurity. When a man insults you, he is not revealing your flaws. He is exposing his own inner turmoil. His words are not weapons, but reflections of his own lack of control, his own self-doubt, and his desperate need for validation. The moment you react, you hand him power. You step into his frame, allowing him to dictate your emotions and control the narrative. But the moment you choose stillness, you expose the truth. He is the one struggling for control, not you. A man grounded in wisdom and self-mastery does not engage in battles beneath him. He does not let another man's words disturb his inner peace, nor does he feel the need to defend himself against foolish attacks. As the Stoics taught, true strength is found in mastering oneself, not in dominating others. Here's how you handle disrespect and make the other person look small without ever lowering yourself to their level. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button. Things are about to get hotter. 1. Understand the source of the insult. An insult says far more about the person speaking it than the one receiving it. When a man insults you, he is revealing his own insecurities, frustrations, and emotional instability. He attacks you with words not because he is strong, but because he feels powerless. Epictetus famously said, "When someone treats you poorly, remember he acts based on what he thinks is right. It is his perspective, not yours." A confident, disciplined man does not waste energy throwing insults or seeking to tear others down. Only the weak resort to verbal attacks, hoping to project their own internal chaos onto others. When you recognize that his insult is not a reflection of your character, but a window into his mind, you immediately strip it of its power. You stop seeing it as an attack and start seeing it for what it truly is, a cry for attention, a desperate attempt to provoke you. 2. Respond with silence and composure. A man who insults you seeks one thing, your emotional reaction. He wants to pull you in his frame to trigger anger or insecurity within you. But when you remain calm and unmoved, you flip the script. Picture this. He insults you in front of others, expecting you to defend yourself or lash out. Instead, you look at him with quiet amusement, as if observing a child throwing a tantrum. Or better yet, you simply remain silent, letting his words hang awkwardly in the air. In that moment, the crowd's attention shifts from you to him. His attempt to make you look weak has only revealed his own emotional instability. Your lack of reaction exposes the truth. He is the one out of control, not you. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. By refusing to engage, you show that you are operating on a higher level of discipline and self-mastery. And nothing frustrates a man driven by insecurity more than being ignored. 3. Use subtle body language to assert dominance. Words are unnecessary when your presence speaks for you. When faced with disrespect, your body language can silently communicate strength and superiority. Maintain eye contact without flinching. This signals that you are not intimidated. Relax your posture. Tension reveals insecurity. Calmness projects power. Slight smirk or amused expression. This shows that his words are beneath you, that you are not taking him seriously. This subtle display of dominance triggers something deeper within him, insecurity. He realizes that his attempt to provoke you has failed, and worse, he has only embarrassed himself in front of others. 4th, let the crowd judge him. In social situations, the audience often determines who holds the higher ground. When you react emotionally, you validate his insult. But when you remain composed and unbothered, you force others to see him for what he truly is, insecure and attention-seeking. People respect calmness. They admire a man who cannot be easily shaken or manipulated. And when the one throwing insults is met with silence and composure, the attention shifts back to him. He becomes the one who looks foolish, desperate, and out of control. 5. Master your mindset. Become immune to insults. The ultimate power move is developing a mindset so solid that no insult can penetrate your peace. This requires a deep self-awareness and emotional discipline. The Stoics believed that what disturbs men is not things, but their judgments about things. An insult only affects you if you allow it to. When you know who you are, when you are secure in your character and purpose, no words from another man can shake your confidence. A man who masters himself does not need to defend his reputation or prove his worth. He knows that silence is often the most powerful response, because it forces the other person to confront their own emptiness. The final move, leave him with his own reflection. When you refuse to engage, you force the disrespectful man to sit with his own insecurity. Without your reaction to feed off of, he is left facing the emptiness and frustration that led him to insult you in the first place. This is how you truly win, not by lowering yourself to his level, but by rising so far above him that his words become irrelevant. The ancient warrior philosopher Musashi Miyamoto once said, "When you remain calm in the face of provocation, your opponent's spirit is broken." That is the art of making a disrespectful man look small. Not through anger, not through insults, but through unwavering composure and silent dominance. In summary, recognize the insult as a reflection of his own insecurity. Respond with silence and composure. Use subtle body language to assert dominance. Allow the crowd to see the truth. Master your mindset to become untouchable. By following this path, you not only protect your peace, but expose the weakness of those who try to pull you down. How to expose a disrespectful man's insecurity. Without saying a word, when a man insults you, he isn't demonstrating strength, he's revealing his own weakness. Disrespect is not a weapon, it's a confession. It exposes insecurity, frustration, and a lack of self-control. The moment you react with anger or defensiveness, you give him what he seeks, power over your emotions. But when you remain calm, composed, and unaffected, you strip him of that power and force him to confront the truth. He is the one who lacks control, not you. A wise man understands that insults are nothing more than reflections of the speaker's own chaos. As the philosopher Seneca once said, "A great mind despises injury, and a noble man is not angered by insults." 1. View the insult for what it truly is. An insult is never about you, it's about the one throwing it. A man who feels the need to attack others with words is battling his own internal struggles. His insult is an attempt to drag you into his emotional storm because he lacks the strength to face it alone. Marcus Aurelius taught, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you understand this, you no longer take insults personally. You see them as the emotional outbursts of a weak mind desperately seeking validation. 2. Respond with calm indifference. Nothing reveals insecurity more than a man trying to provoke someone who refuses to be provoked. When you remain calm and unbothered, you force him to face his own weakness, and the world sees it too. Imagine watching a child throw a tantrum. Do you get angry? Number, you feel a sense of quiet amusement because you recognize their lack of control. Do the same when a fool insults you. Smile, remain silent, or give a look of mild amusement, as if you're watching something pathetic unfold before you. Your silence is more powerful than any insult you could ever throw back, because it exposes his true insecurity without you saying a word. 3. Master the one thing. He cannot. Yourself to win, you must master the one thing he never could, your emotions. If a man cannot pull you into anger, frustration, or insecurity, he has already lost. This is why the disciplined man is feared. He remains steady, unshaken, and untouchable no matter what is thrown at him. As the Stoics believed, true power is not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. 4. Flip the insult back with a question. A fool expects you to react with emotion. He expects anger, defensiveness, or silence. What he doesn't expect is for you to turn his own words against him. If he mocks your ambition, ask, "Why does my drive bother you?" If he attacks your beliefs, ask, "Why does it concern you so much?" If he insults your appearance, ask, "What does that say about you that you're focused on such things?" This tactic forces him to confront the emptiness of his words. Socrates mastered this form of intellectual combat. He didn't attack weak minds, he simply asked questions that forced them to expose their own ignorance. A man who insults you is never prepared to justify his words. When you shift the conversation back onto him, he crumbles under the weight of his own foolishness. 5. Let them destroy themselves. The ultimate power move is realizing that you do not have to prove yourself to fools. You do not have to defend your worth to those beneath you. Master your emotions. Control your reactions. And watch as those who try to tear you down end up exposing their own weakness. In the end, the man who cannot control his tongue reveals everything about himself, and the man who controls his mind reveals nothing.